Okay, so this one we're going to work on the bill of materials. So on your information for your assignment, I ask you to create a table in AutoCAD. And on this table, you're going to have a title row, you're going to have a header row, and then you're going to have your data rows. So if you're familiar with tables, you will know that I'm referring to this as your header row that has all the descriptive pieces. These are all the data rows, so there'll be 8 of those. Then we're going to add another row across the top that's going to be our title. This is a flashlight bill of materials. I just have you say bill of materials, and then I have you make sure that the title is 0.25 text height. Everything else can be 0.125. So I'm going to go ahead and use my template now that I've created that has the border and title block. And I'm on my annotate ribbon still. So you will see that you have a table option. You also see that it's a standard table choice. You can download information into this, you can upload information, you can take data out, and you can link data. So there's some different information here that we won't get into at this time. And you also have table property information. So here's your standard table. You have a title, header, and data. So that's why we're going to use that. You could create a different one if you wanted to create a new one, or you could modify. You could look at different styles. But we're going to just use the standard and make our own modifications. So you're going to click on the table icon. Again, we're in standard, starting from an empty table. We're not using any data for anything, and we're not going to take any information out of our drawing. We haven't got to blocks or attributes, and this is typically a second level class anyway in creating attributes with blocks. Every time you insert, let's just say a door into your structure, it's the same size door each time. It's already got information added. We can extract that information into a table. We're going to do it by insertion point, or you can do it by window. It's totally up to you on that. If you know which size you want it to be, we can still modify size when we get done with it. I'm just going to do it by insertion point. How many columns and rows do you need, and how many data rows do you need? So as far as our column and row settings, we have item number, quantity, number, description, and that column. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. We're not going to change the width here. We can do that once we get into the drawing and start adding our text. But we know we have 8 data rows, so we're going to go and change that to 8. We do want the first row to be a title, second row to be header, the last to be data. But sometimes the bill of materials is on top of the border and title block where it's upside down, where it may look like that. But again, we would not want to have that many title rows. So it's better to leave it in this format for now. We're going to say OK. We're going to select where we want to put the table. I'm just going to put it right in the middle of my title block. And it's highlighted. It's already got a blinking text font. So it is waiting for me to go ahead and put in its flashlight bill of materials. Now, that one is showing up at 0.25 text, so what I'm going to do right now while I'm typing, I'm going to highlight it, I'm going to go in, and I'm going to select to change the font height. Then I'm going to go back with my cursor, click at the end, and tab to my first row header. It is item number, tab to the next one, quantity, tab to the next one is number, and it could be part number, so I'll just say part number on this just to make it easier, description, and then whatever that last thing is. Now, I'm going to make this fast. It's 1, and I'm going to down arrow 2, down arrow 3, down arrow 4, down 5, down 6, down 7, down 8. That's how quickly you can actually put some of this data in. Same thing with quantity. So I'm going to double click in that box, get my gray blinking cursor back up. There's 1, down arrow 1, down arrow 1, down arrow 1, down arrow 2, down arrow 1, down arrow 1, down arrow 1, down arrow 1. Very quick and easy. So to make it fast for yourself, that's how you're going to get that information in there. Same thing with that last column, double click. All of these are ins, so I'm just going to down arrow and type an in each time. Then I can come back and pick up the part numbers. So you'll notice that some of your text is centered. So the title and everything was centered, but then these bottom rows were not. They're also way too wide. So on your table, if you click on the table and you click in A, it will highlight that entire column. I can take that column, there's a dot on the side, that's one of those grips, and I can change the size of that column very quickly. Do the same thing with B, I can change the size of that column very quickly. And the same thing with E, change the size of that. And so it's adjusting your table overall size based on that. So if I don't have enough room in my part number description in a minute, then I can always enlarge the entire table. The other thing is you can grab and highlight by selecting. So I'm making a crossing window here. So I'm wanting to pick all of these. I'm going to pick all of these and I'm going to go up to the top and you will see that you have a justification option. I can go in and change all of those to be top center. Do the same thing, do a pick with a crossing window, it picks all of them, change them to top center. So numbers tend to throw themselves to the right hand side, just like if you were in an Excel spreadsheet. And that's how you make those modifications. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more here. Now you can really see that. So if I don't like the width of A, and I want it to look just like the example, I can keep changing that. Just click in the where it has the letter of the column and change it. If you had a row, you can click on the number of the row and you'll notice that you have options to delete rows, insert one above, or insert one below. Very similar to if you were creating an Excel spreadsheet. Same thing with columns. Highlight, I can insert one to the left or the right, or I can delete a column. You also have the option to create a merged cell. So very similar features. Once you're in a table, very similar features to your Excel spreadsheets. You can do formulas, you can create fields and blocks, you can do a lot of different information. You can lock the cells where nobody can modify them. You can actually change the format of cells. So sometimes you have to change things to text, sometimes you have to change them to numbers. So I'll be ready to put in the part number. I don't know all these off the top of my head. We got assemblies and parts, and then we've got numbers. So that first one, double click till I get my gray arrow. It's an assembly number. Down arrow, these are parts. And I'd have to flip back and forth. Starting at 33. I might not be putting the numbers in correctly, but you get the idea of how to go about creating those. Same thing with description. Then once you're done, you have your flashlight bill of materials completed. Just save that file and upload. If you needed to change the fonts again, you can select the entire row. You can do different formatting that way. Go back to your annotate. If we wanted to make those 0.2 in height, then we could change that to a different height. But I just made sure that you put them all in the same height, and this one would be a little bit taller. If you wanted to bold, you could take and select again, select the whole row, go to your annotate ribbon. You can make all kinds of different modifications to your font that way.